Well, Paz, the only thing I know is that only mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun.
And Sicilians.
And Sicilians, yes.
Right. Sicilian donkeys. It's a cultural genetic problem.
Yeah.
It's compulsive addictive behavior. I should have stayed in bed.
You should have stayed in bed. I did.
I could have stayed in bed, not should have.
Yeah.
But then what would I do?
Right.
I would just dream about planting. Compulsive. I was just thinking about my father and all the peasants around the planet. Imagine if we had to grow our own food to survive. Oh my God.
Well, I think you'd be all right.
Well, I'd be all right because I'd be eating all the weeds. I wouldn't bother planting anything. If I went to the grocery store, if there was a run in the grocery store, the first thing I would get would be carrots with tops, beets with tops, anything with a top and a root.
Because it'll grow.
You plant it and you get seed. Seed is wealth.
Yeah.
One seed, 10,000 seeds. Look at this one. One seed, there's probably, I tried counting one time. This is a Chinese medicinal herbal, antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, 20 times more nutritious than broccoli, and it's considered in this country, in China for centuries. It's called dyer's wood in England. It was used as an indigo dye before there was indigo. And this country is considered an invasive noxious weed, and they try to kill it unsuccessfully.
Yeah.
There's at least, I counted once, not on this plant, 600 seeds from one seed. Of course, that's normal for a plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of seeds, tomatoes. Anyway, here we are in the kingdom. Kingdom? No. Where is this? Is heaven on earth, right?
It's, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Well, what can we say? The water flowing through the landscape, this is the first principle, is the life, well, this planet, this is us. This is the body we get from our dear mother and father. The water flowing through the landscape is the lifeblood, literally, the lifeblood of a community. Whatever the species, doesn't matter. And the only really invasive, noxious species on the planet is the human mind, which is not surrendered to the heart. Uh-oh, I think I'm in trouble. What else? I can talk forever. Oh, second principle. The landscape and the water have this, the landscape tries to slow the water's passage back to the ocean. That's the second. There's a couple other principles. Oh, observe nature. Nature, that's us too, will teach you everything you need to know. What to do and what not to do. When, where, how, and why. That's it for today, kids.
Alrighty.
You can go take a hike in the wild and get lost.
Well, I don't like to get lost.
No, you don't want to get lost.
I like to know where I'm going.
Okay, here's the other
Guiding principle.
sermon. Sermon from the plants. Well, there are no weeds. Weeds are, there's no weeds botanically, number one. Weeds and boredom and depression are a human construct. Weeds are happy and they're healthy and they're worshiping all the time. So, there are no weeds. All plants are edible, more or less. Consume whatever you can stomach. Of course, some plants are deadly poisonous, some more than others. Know these better than all the rest. Absolutely, positively, in all their seasonal forms. I made two mistakes in my life. Once I threw up, and the other one, my heart sped up about 10 times, just like that. Be careful. Let the plants adopt you as their friend. Let them teach you what they know. Like, they can cure stuff, and they're nutritious. Let's see. Oh yeah, go take a hike in the wild, get lost. Go take a hike in the hills, get lost in the wild, from dawn till dusk, literally, you can do it. As often as your situation allows. Go alone, absolutely alone. No pets, no people. You can bring your cell phone, but turn the thing off. Oh, go absolutely alone. No pets, no people. Just you and your feet. Leave your headaches behind. Move in a circle. Zigzag through the landscape. By attraction. End up where you started like a magnet. Even if it's only from one empty city lot to the next and back again, especially in Mount Shasta around here. You can get lost in the city lots around here. I guess that's it now. I gotta catch the bus, you know.
Oh, what time are you catching the bus?
1:30.
Oh,
I'm off to the next garden in Wairika
okay.
where they like to harass me.
As opposed to here where I don't harass.
I can do whatever I want here. Unfortunately, I'm growing popcorn, right? I'm sorry. And chickpeas. Nothing really substantial for a diet. But I hope to get some tomatoes and basil and some, the Wairika garden's very kind. Two women, Peggy and Mary Jo, are like incredible. They grow thousands of seeds, plants from seeds, and they sell them to the community. I think they made about $5,000 this year. Thousands of plants. And this year they decided once the sale was over, they were going to give the growers, each individual person, about 30 of us, free plants. Tomatoes are really big, they're really small pot, really big, so they're worth giving away. So I might get some of those for the garden, maybe some squashes. But I have a nice plot there, and I grow weeds there. There's 4 weeds that prevent and cure cancer. It's a tea that the Ojibwa people around the Great Lakes used to use. And a wonderful woman named Renee Cassie found out about this, and she cured thousands of people with cancer and other things up in Canada. And the 4 plants are slippery elm bark, which we don't have here, but we have slippery elm bark. We have Siberian elm. The continental elm got messed up by some disease. You can substitute Malva neglecta, which is cheeseweed. It's in everybody's garden. You don't have any here, though. And then the second one is sheep sorrel. That kills the cancer cells. The third one is turkey rhubarb, which we don't have here, but you can substitute yellow curly dock, sour dock, Rumex crispus. It's a laxative. If you go to the natural food store, any laxative packaged up has Rumex crispus in it. What was the first one? Anyway. Oh, and burdock root. It's a blood purifier, among other things. Oh, and the slippery elm bark or the cheeseweed is a mucilaginous. It's slimy. So anything in the Malva family, like the hollyhock family. Is that 4? I think it is. What else can we say? Those are 4. This is 5. There's one more. Oh, the other one. Look at this one. Wow. This is my sixth boss. I have 4 bosses in the plant world. This one is considered an invasive, a class 1 invasive noxious weed. But a wonderful brother, 2 people, I forget their names, sorry. Invasive plant medicine, and another author, Berner, I think. I should get this memorized. It's called Japanese knotweed. It comes from Japan. It shows up in volcanoes. It's the first plant that shows up there. This plant kills the Lyme virus. Oh my gosh. Well, and these, I rescued these, they were poisoned. You can see that some of these were, the ones that are kind of brownish, they got hit by some poison. I tried to educate the local ag department, a wonderful woman, very receptive, sweet woman, named Dottie. I sent her some propaganda from this wonderful book. She hasn't responded. It's been a month. And another wonderful person, Twyla Midler, who works for the Forest Service. She hates weeds. I love them. We're both plant people. We get along, but sometimes we don't. So I gave her the same information. So maybe, oh, look who's here. Hey, there's the boss. Birds. Look at the birds in the field. Of course, some other bird stole some of its eggs, unfortunately.
Yeah, but they must be okay. Otherwise, they wouldn't still be there.
Yeah, they're around, which is nice. Okay, enough of this. This is copyrighted. I get a copy.
You get a copy.
Maybe it'll be on the internet someday when I do my autobiography.
All right.
And guess who's coming?